All right, we're out on a little hike to the visitor center, 2.2 miles one way, and we're in Oregon Pipe National Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument, which is, it's like a park. It's not quite as big, but you get these type of hikes, and you can kind of see right over there, that's an Oregon Pipe Cactus. A lot of sequoias around here. Beautiful landscaping. I didn't realize when we got down until we got down here how much greenery and different types of plants. It's actually very beautiful down here. And it's snowing a little bit back home, and it's not here, so that's a plus. Looks like a cholla cactus. Choyo. We're learning the proper pronunciation for it. I want to say the L's because, well, we pronounce the L's, but it's choyo. Pretty interesting, actually. Figured as long as I'm up on top of the RV, I'd get a shot of the campgrounds. We're in space 140, and again we're at the Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument Park. That's looking straight south towards the border wall. You can kind of see it off in the distance there. Big campground, over 200 spaces, I believe. 170 something anyway. I think there's more than that, but busy time of year, obviously. Beautiful up here though. Weather's nice. We've only been here a day and we're already loving it. So, big sites. You can see that's a handicap site next to us, but how long some of the sites are, there's shorter ones, longer ones, and then really oversized ones up to like 45 feet. And 45 feet is you need a trailer and not your vehicle. So. All right, we hiked out of Twin Peaks Campground, and we're down in the Oregon Pipe Cactus Park National Monument. Ton of them around here, you can kind of see them, but this is the Lost Cabin mine, and it looks like up above you can see where the mine is. There's a marker up there. It's all fenced off, hard to see, but it's way up there. We walked all the way past Victoria Mine and came up to the Lost Cabin mine, and some nice, it's pretty cool how they built this thing out of all the rocks around here. But and then some of the stone kind of reminds me a little bit of Joshua Tree, some of the hikes we did there. So pretty cool. You go through these washes that are just solid cactuses and greenery and shrubs. Pretty cool. It's pretty green in the desert this year. So beautiful. Get a lot of this. Well, it looks like it's pronounced cholla, but it's choho, something like that. Is actually how you're supposed to pronounce it. These little buggers, they say, don't get close to them. You get close to them and you they'll almost kind of like jump out at you if you wish, but they stick on you and they're really hard to get the stickers out. So you want to stay away from those buggers. So pretty neat. We can see, it's hard to see from here, but when we look south down there, you can see the border fence. Pretty impressive how you can see it from quite a ways away. That's actually well built. We're going to try to get down there in a couple of days and get some video by the wall. All right, we're coming down into a wash. Pretty amazing when you get into these washes how thick the brush is down here. And of course, what the monument is named after. There's a good healthy looking Oregon pipe cactus. Look at that square right there. That sucker is huge. You can see all kinds of different types of cactus. Creosote. Seems like everything's got thorns on it. Or some way to prick you. Look at this one. Look at all them little things on there to stick you. Got that one. That one. The creosote, I don't think, do they have stickers on them? I don't think they do. This one does. Seems like everything has thorns on it. Pretty neat hike, let me tell you. Hard to see, but you got a trail here. We were way off over on those mountains over there, and we're going up and over this saddle, but hard to tell, but there's a pretty good climb right in here, so but good exercise. All right, we're on our hike back to the campgrounds. That's the Victoria Mine house. Pretty neat how they built that one. That one looks a little better built than the other one, and believe it or not, these two structures are probably not that far from each other. The other one is right over that hill behind it, but you have to walk all the way around and then back up to it. But as the crow flies, they're probably not even probably a half a mile apart, maybe. But they got to make the trail so people can hike it. So anyway, Victoria Mine. Nice little hike from the campground. This part is pretty easy. Going up over that saddle, that climb over that hill, a little bit more is what makes the trail, I guess, moderate. Anyway, we're on our way back to the campground. We'll have a little over 8 miles in when we get back. There's your sign, Twin Peaks Campground. That's where we are. In Victoria Mine, there's nothing really tells you, but they just tell you to keep hiking past Victoria Mine, and then you'll get up to the Lost Cabin Mine. So, pretty nice day hike. All right, we're on a bike ride today. We're doing the Ajo Loop over here. It goes to the Double Arches. We haven't got that far yet, but thought we'd stop along the way. Little picnic table here, and you can see the dust trails way down there that are coming in. That's the road we rode in on. Those are cars coming up on the same road. Little picnic area down there, and then it actually turns into pavement up here. And we're gonna kind of go up. Mountains right there, and there's a trail right over there. It kind of goes up around, and I believe after we go over that little saddle, we'll be able to see the double arches. So beautiful up here. Weather's great, and that mountain range down there, that's in Mexico. Probably can't see it, but you can see the border from here, the fence. Right. Pretty beautiful area. The total is about 25 miles from camp all the way through the loop. We're on our e-bikes, so we're just taking our time, conserving our battery. We're running about 1, sometimes 2 up the steeper hills, and last we checked we're at 98%, so we're well over halfway to the peak, or to the top, and then it's downhill all the way back, so we'll have plenty of battery. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we made it to the double arch. See if I can get a little. Here it is. Pretty impressive. We missed the moon going through it. Pretty neat area. The cliffs are a lot higher than you realize. It is a popular hiking spot. Also, it is Saturday, so you do get a lot of people, I'm sure, up here on the weekend. There it is. And people hike up to the top of it.
I think you can get to the top of it.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so
I watched it. All right, well, we made it to Lukeville. The border's right here, and we're gonna walk around over here to the wall fence, border fence, and take a look at it. We saw some border patrol up in our camp and asked them, and they said, yeah, you can walk around there. So we're gonna go check it out. All right, there's a dog laying in the road down there. He probably can get through the fence, so he probably goes from one side to the other. But they said if they're feral dogs to stay away from them. So anyway, I'm sure we're being watched right now, but here we go, walking up. I don't know if you can see the top of the fence or not, but it's, what did they say, 30 feet high? Definitely. And you can see it going all the way that way, and the border crossing is just right up over the hill. So, no doubt it's tall. Thought I'd try and get a shot from this side so you can see. I'll back up to the fence. That's quite a feat to get over that thing, that's for sure. It's only wide enough for me to get my fist through, so that's only about 4 inches. So you'd have to be a pretty skinny person to get through the 4 inches. When you're camping down by the border and you're riding your bikes down by the border, they do warn you. Thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, we're almost done with our Aho loop back to the campground. It's right down over there that way. Visitor center's right up here. And what a great ride. Fun, beautiful.